And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Both that's fielded in the end. No run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You ready?
50, Mike 50.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Right.
They begin with a run by Davis. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Right here, right here. Under 10, 10. Kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up. Hey, check 24. Hey, lock it. Get it.
From the gun, a give to Davis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Shoot. Hey, Charlie. Be careful.
They're going to look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator. 51. I got you, Pop. Ready to go. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Got it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Check 53's Mike. You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. Shift. Tight dog. Check. Crunch. Ready.
Now a first carry for their fullback. That will go as a pickup of 7. On the 7th play of the drive.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Come on. He's coming. We got double up. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Leo.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Set. 10-2 stop.
Get in the weight room.
Hey, Orbit.
I'm trying to collect.
Check 59, right?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Go get it.
Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
30 base.
Let's go one more. Check the backer.
Check hot route. Hot. Safe.
We're scoreless after 1.
Go now. 8 read.
Check 31. Sponge. No.
Go. Lead grip.
Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Let's get it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Deuce. Switch.
Look, squeeze. Bang, bang. Let's go.
They'll run for it with Davis. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Watch us slap.
Two jet bomber. Hey, two.
Kill.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2.
16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Kill. Hey, Haywood. Get ready.
2nd and 11. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, high 7.
First throw now for the backup Allen. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 85 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Ready, set.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
70, Indy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of...
Let's go!
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
I can't believe they even let you play.
And he'll get blown up behind yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer 3rd of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. 2nd and 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 6 yards away. And the Lions have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Vikings 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the... Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Come on, fellas.
On the
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Yes.
We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Switch. Rush in.
2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down, Detroit.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
It's going to be a long day.
Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll throw now on the final play. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the slant.
Hey, wahoo!
And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Cut.
Go.
And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I'm going to come back to you.
Nice.
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down, Lions.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And James has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Watch this.
Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Mix the score, Lions 23, Vikings 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking sideline, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
25, check 25, check 25. Go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of. Keep moving laterally. Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Exit.
2nd and 9 now. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come on,
and they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Box drop. Get it.
They'll set up a throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. A first down carry for Davis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Davis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Second and 14. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. The quick slant caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead.
Watch the slant. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and run it with Davis, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Big stop, let's go. 95 is the same. No, check his mic.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And it's taken in at the 9. And some room to work. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Davis. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for their strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a handoff here to his running back. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Let's pick it up. It's out. Hey. Get off the field. get off the field.
They'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The kick is no good.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Mike. Watch the run.
Clear. Ready.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is caught. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field And, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Lions, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.